Hello everyone, and welcome back to my stream. I am back with Hyrule Warriors because I wanted to prove that I 100%ed this game. And I've 100% fucking cented it all. Forgive me, my headphones are new and I'm hearing myself differently now, so I might be a bit weird on that. But yes, 100% completed. I got all of the maps completed. I've played through the story yet again on hard mode and got all the Skulltulgas and heart containers. I unlocked all of the characters. I would probably do that through, I guess, adventure mode. Got any one of these. See the characters from here. I got all of them unlocked. Every single freaking one of them. Not only that, I got all of their weapons unlocked too. Oh my god. And all of the costumes. Oh my god, it took for fucking ever. You wanna know why? Well, because, as you can see on this map, for instance, the classic Zelda map, it goes by 16 by 8, which adds up to around 128 tiles. Each one of these tiles is a mission. I've already, shown you this before on a previous stream, but, effectively, some of these missions could be done under around 4 to 5 minutes. Not difficult, not challenging at all, and that's a pretty decent amount of time. But others, which it turns out to be the bigger ones, like these ones for instance, they go on for 10 to 14 minutes, 15 being the max, because if you don't go past 15 then you don't get A rank, and I need A rank to 100% and get the A rank reward on what all of these are, which tend to be heart containers or weapons or shit. But yes, that is what I've had to do for not only this map, but every one of these maps. 9 of them, if you're not counting the freaking rewards map. I'm pretty sure that's 9. Yeah, 9. Like the first one is Zelda 1. This one's Wind Waker, fully completed, as you can see. Well, you can see that it's also gotten a touch bit smaller. Wow, that's so nice, isn't it? At lowest point, it's like 80-something tiles. So it's still a shit ton of fights. A shit ton of time invested in every single one of these. This is the first world again, but harder mode, basically. The Master Quest version. Then this is just harder mode Wind Waker. Again, that's kind of cheap. Then there's the Twilight map, which I completed, which I used the Seeds of Light, or whatever they're called. Tears of Light on Twilight. And you didn't have to, I guess. You could still play them. It's just that they were way harder if you don't. Yeah, that's Twilight done. And then there was the Terminal one, which I actually liked. I thought it was actually kind of cool, because it kind of gives you 72 hour or turns to beat the entire thing, and the first time you play it's like 3 turns left before the moon crashes, and that's like just a way to show you the gimmick. It's not, you don't have to worry about the moon falling, because there's even items that you can get, that the inverted Song of Time that gives you 10 extra turns. And once I got all of the 4 giants from each of the dungeon areas, like this one, I think. Yeah. We put them all in Clock Town, and just like the game, they sent us to the moon, in which we fought under the single tree in the vast field of nothingness. But yeah. It's weird because a lot of these maps did actually kind of follow some semblance of the game that they came from. This is King Link's Awakening. It's probably the smallest map, I believe. because it's like one ring of nothing around it. But yeah, you basically just played instruments to unlock spots, and once you played all 8 different instruments at some point, the egg would open and allow you to play the final battle. And I did that, completed all of this, and as these maps went on, you can also see up there in the top left, the weapon levels also increased. So I couldn't kind of just go straight to the final map and get the best weapons. I had to like kind of go up bit by bit. Anyway, Grand Travels, which I actually realized is a mix of Phantom Hourglass's world and Spirited Tracks' world. Which is kind of weird because what would be down here in Spirited Tracks is like the water area, but it's been moved up here instead. You can see like this is where like the giant underwater fish thing is. And then there's the desert here, which has like the stone heads that you have to like go around, you know? That's like the kind of weird thing that they had to like move it up there. And the Tower of Time, I think it's called. It's like the main tower thing, the gimmick of that game. It's not even here, which is really depressing. But I assume that maybe it's something to do with this center area. And then there's the Phantom Hourglass map over here. I can't remember it fully because of how... I just didn't really remember that map all too well. Besides the few bits and pieces, like this is like the starting area, I believe. And then this is like that canyon, the big circular area with the one seer on them. But yeah, this one was done pretty simply. It's just like just go, basically. Just use the items you get. Just go. Wasn't really too many gimmicks with that. Just, yeah. And then finally the Low Rule map, which is essentially just Link to the Past. Where you can see we got the 2 alternate sets. And it's actually pretty faithful, I'd say. It still baffles me that they moved Turtle Rock from the top right down to the bottom, and then the ice area up into the top right. But that's the only real difference between Link to the Past and between worlds. I am hoping that this is getting captured, by the way. Let me just do a quick check, because I did have to like change something at one point because of Twitch's settings changing. Let me just do a quick check. I think that's... Hold on. I'm gonna have to, like, also deactivate this for a moment and check. Let me just bring this down here so I can do it quickly. Alright. Deactivate and... Oh, yeah. No, it's being heard. Okay. Sorry about that. It's just that I changed a setting at one point, and if I do that, I know full well that I'm gonna be playing this entire day without any sound, and that's gonna piss me off, but sound check is all good. Alright. But yeah, this one was... The gimmick was using the wall thing, basically. This wall painting thing on the points that would let me travel over to the Low Rule world. And I had to do that quite a couple of times in order to open up certain areas. And yeah, that was the final one. Getting all of the Skulltulas on all of those maps also made me had to replay certain sections, because you can't get both Book of Skulltulas on one run. You have to play the map twice, so that's more time I had to spend doing it. Anyway, this is the reward map. It's not nearly as large, and there's only a few of these that are actually playable. But I've completed all of these too. And these are essentially, if I'm gonna go and show you, in the gallery, these illustrations, which I think might have shown up before on the last stream, at least this one did. And these are, like, the reward map plays out these illustrations, basically. You can see we got Chosen by Fate, which is just the 3 Triforce holders. We got the boss rush, basically. All of the main game bosses. We got the Girahim rush to the rescue. I don't know what that really signifies specifically. We got Wind Wakers fighting Phantom Ganons. Then we got the Ocarina of Time characters. We got Evil Power with all of the evil characters. Or villain characters, I guess. And we got Twilight Princess's picture. Probably, like, gotten them a bit more closer. Just to let you see them properly. Honestly, I think I remember when I first played this when I was younger, I used these for, like, desktop pictures. It's actually really good. There's Lana's, the Skull Kid for some reason, and the 4 giants trying to stop the moon from crashing. We got, a prayer received, which is just medley, I guess. And Toon Link. The Nightmare Closes In, which is Marin from Link's Awakening. Completely oblivious to the hell that's happening behind her. Those with the Wind, which is Toon Zelda from Spirited Tracks, along with the Sand one for Toon Link. Then a bunch of other characters from Wind Waker, because we don't have any other characters from those games. So just stuff it full of the other characters, Toon characters, yeah. And then Guided by Courage, which is Ravio, Linkle, and Link with Yuga as the villain. And there you go. That's all of the Skulltulga. So I might actually play some of these on today's stream instead of just like talking about all of this, you know? Because I think I want to show off the weapons that I unlocked, the new characters. Just show them all off, you know? Why not? I don't have all the medals because reasons. Just I'm not buying amiibos. Fuck you for thinking that I would do that. But yeah, so I can also show off the weapons here. There's the different levels of weapons since they change design-wise, and costumes. So, should we start with Link? He's got, like, abundantly the most of everything, basically. Because he's the main character, even though he could have made new characters with the amount of weapons he gets, but I digress. First of all, we got the Hylian Sword, which is the starting sword of the game. Trainees kind of Hylian Sword. I actually kind of like that design, really. It's a pretty cool standard medieval flag shield. I like it. It's cool. We got the White Sword, which is, I guess, a nod to the White Sword of Link to the Past or original Zelda. Essentially, it's just kind of like the powered up regular sword. Then we've got the Magical Sword, which is the super powerful sword, but I guess the cool thing is that, like, they are modernized versions of the original Zelda swords, you know? And then the Plus, which is just kind of the same. Shame. And originally I didn't know that you can get the 8-bit versions of weapons. These were in the original Wii U version, I believe, because I remember vividly seeing this before. And I didn't know that they were in this game, because for the longest time, I didn't know you had to turn on the settings. You had to go into the settings and turn these on. Because alternatively, they're just alternate colored level 3 weapons, which is dumb. But it's essentially like a separate element that's attached to them that makes them good for alternate recommended stuff. I don't know. It's later, I guess. But yeah, we got the Magic Rod, which is, of course. References to all the times the fire rod has shown up in Zelda. Link to the Past is second, I believe, because Zelda also had it. The prism rod, which I don't know if that's specific to any kind of game. I'd try to say maybe the Oracle games, the Seasons rod, for instance, but I don't think Oracle games or Minish Cap ever get referenced in this game, which is really sad. Then they got the magical rod, which is just a blue variant, which is cool. Plus, and the candle on a stick. It's the candle. Alright, so the Great Fairy, which is basically her own character. This is a new weapon, of course. And she is very slow, but also weirdly overpowered as well. I don't know how to say it. We'd probably play it just to show you, especially since this version of her looks really fucked because of how weirdly foggy and I don't know what's happening here really. We got the Great Forest Fairy, the Fountain Fairy was first, and then we got the Great Sky Fairy, which is just the bird from Skyward Sword for some reason. She's dressed up as that. She basically killed it and is wearing its head. And the 8-bit fairy, which is just an 8-bit fairy. And you can see in the bottle, the jar, Link is inside it. That's where Link is. So he's effectively being forced into being being used as a weapon, which is ironic, being that he captures fairies, but the Great Fairy captured him. But yeah, that's the Great Fairy. We got Gauntlets, which is both the Gauntlets of Ocarina of Time, I think. Maybe other games as well, maybe Twilight Princess. But also Ball and Chain from Twilight Princess, which I think makes sense. That was a weapon in Twilight Princess. We got the Golden Gauntlets, which is just the upgraded gauntlets, so they made the Spike Ball golden as well. And the Power Gloves. I think that's entirely Link's Awakening, especially with a Bow Bow as the chain and ball. I'm trying to think if there's any specific games where the Power Gloves were in. And I think it was just Link's Awakening. It's not fully hitting me. Maybe it was in Link Between Worlds as well, but I can't really tell. Then we got the Power Bracelets, as you can see, as well as the Raft as the Ball on Chain, which is pretty cool. I think that's a pretty cool one. Then we got the Master Sword. It's just the Master Sword. There's no other Master Swords. Fuck you. Then we got Epona! You get to ride Epona into fights. Yeah, spin. We got regular Epona, which is just this game's variant, I guess. Then we got Twilight Epona, so Epona from Twilight Princess. I've never really seen the differences all too much. And then we got Epona from Time, aka Ocarina of Time's Epona, which you can see is much more redder, shorter mane, maybe a little bulkier around the legs and stuff, and the smaller head. I can't say for sure though, but yeah, that's definitely Epona from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And we've also got Stormy-Eyed Epona. You can see that Epona didn't get an 8-bit version. I think that might be because this weapon got added in a different version or something. Not all of the characters have 8-bit weapons, sadly. But yeah, we also got the spinner. Twilight Princess, more love, I see. But yep, the spinner is in fact a weapon, which again makes sense because you can use it as a weapon in Twilight Princess. We got the enhanced spinner, which is kind of just another spinner, but blue. I don't know if it's specific to anything. Then we got the Triforce Spinner, which, again, I don't know if it's specific to anything in particular. It kind of looks maybe like Skyward Swordy, like the robots from that game. Being all curved and... I don't know. That's my thoughts. And then we got the Hydro Spinner, which is just the blue variant. But yeah, that's Link's weapons. Should we go through costumes next? Hold on, let's get him with his actual sword. Alright, so... Hero's outfit. Then we got the training outfit. Started off the game with this one. Feels like the hero outfit should have come later, but it just basically one fucking stage with this, and then it's immediately hero clothes. Then we got Zora Tunic. Disappointing that they didn't use the Twilight Princess Zora Tunic, being that that was way more interesting and different. Well, whatever. Then the Goron Tunic. Of course, it's red. There's nothing else to it. Then we got the Kokiri Tunic. And as you can see, it's an Ocarina of Time Link. I love how they have to boost up how chunky the polygons look as well to kind of give that Ocarina of Time look to them, as well as just making all the colors pastel. But Era of Twilight, so that's Twilight Princess Link. I like how you can tell they had to like kind of change the vibe of it, but it's still kind of using the exact same model, so it's like there's still a slight difference to it. There's Skyward Sword Link, Knight of Skyloft. It's so cool seeing that as well, how kind of a filter over them, and the way they work with light and shadows is what changes the link between games. Then we got Master Quest, which is just purple Link. And we got Dark Link. Wow, he really is black. Does he have the N-word pass? I don't know. Hey, you can play as Dark Link. We got Postman outfit, which is mix of Twilight Princess, I guess, and also Majora's Mask Postman outfit, or Postman hat, or mask, I don't know. But this is definitely Twilight Princess's Postman. Both got hero clothes, yellow. We got Fierce Deity Link, which is Majora's Mask Link. Final Mask. Pretty cool. Boss variant, which is just Ginger Link. I see the boss variants as kind of like what they would be if they were the opposite. So this is like Villain Link, I guess. That's how I see it anyway. Great Sea, which is... I don't know if there's anything added to this besides maybe that... Hold on, let me see. Is that line... Yeah, no, it is added. So they do just kind of add a few bits and pieces to the patterns, I guess. But beyond that, it's just kind of like an alternate color. Era of the Winds. So this is Breath of the Wild Link. I got this for free because I own Breath of the Wild. Got Classic Tunic. This is actually really cool, isn't it? This is like, this is what Link looks like in regular, in like the in the old Zelda artworks. This is not Toon Link. This is like, this is what Link was supposed to look like from all of the NES games actualized, you know? Excuse me, princess. Like, he's actually... That's what's really cool with this. This is like more of the Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. This is that kind of Link. And I like that. It's really cool to see classic Link. Or Hero's clothes, red-ish. Or neon-y red, I guess. White Link. He's already white, but I guess whiter. And also Blue Link again. So yeah, you might notice that a lot of these outfits are just going to be color changes, which sometimes reference something, but a lot of the time they're just color changes, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, Empa. We've all got two weapons for her. We got the Giant Brain and Naginata, which is, I think, a katana spear. Is pretty freaking badass. Yeah, for the giant blade, we just got the regular giant blade. We've got Big Goron blade, which is Big Goron's knife, sorry. And then the Big Goron sword, which is the actualized one. Can't see it outside of its shape because she won't freaking pull it out unless she attacks. And then 8-bit boomerang, because of course. Why not? And then the samurai spear, katana spear. We got the guardian, Naginata. There we go. Got scorching Naginata. And Sheikah Naginata. You can see it's got the Sheikah eye thing on it. It's got more like a feathery kind of look to it. And also 8-bit magical sword. Of course. Cool, cool. Alright. Let me just switch Impa back to her sword like that. Okay, so we got only a few outfits, and they're mostly color swaps. We got red. Twilight, which I think might be like a reference to Skyward Sword's Impa? Since she doesn't have a Skyward Sword one here. There's no Skyward Sword map, I believe. But I'm pretty sure this is what the younger version of Impa looked like. Then we got the Hero of Time version, which of course looks like a freaking gym teacher in spandex, because Ocarina of Time's outfits were bizarrely different from what Zelda would become. Then we got the Mask of Truth. As you might find out, a lot of the Termina board outfits were literally just putting masks on characters. So you'll find a lot of masks cropping up from time to time. Then we got another outfit, the pink. We got Grand Travels, which is pink. And Lorule, which is slightly pink at the bottom. Pink hair. Oh, right, it's Impa from Link Between Worlds. The purple-haired old woman version. Right. That's pretty cool. Anyway, Sheik. Cool reference to the Ocarina of Time version with the harp. So we got the Goddess Harp, which is this. Then we got Typhoon Harp, which is more watery. Then Triforce Harp, which looks like you really shouldn't be able to play it. But it is in fact Triforce-y. And we also got a stepladder, because who doesn't want to play a stepladder? Alright, let's put her back on her normal. And outfits. So a lot of these are color swaps. Got dark variant, I guess. See, because Sheik is only really ever shown up in Ocarina of Time, none of these are really going to reference anything. They're just kind of going to be outfit, or just colors swaps. But we do have the Ocarina of Time variant of Sheik. Again, spandex, fucking yoga pants. Again, pretty cool, pretty cool. Got Cafe's mask. And then just more color swaps. Again, if you like them, cool, but I don't really care. I like the white hair version, I guess. That's that. Again, I can't remember much of Link's Awakening, so if they're referencing characters with some of those outfits, then yeah, I guess so. Anyway, we got fucking Spell 2 fucking book. Lana is basically fully only ever in this game. Made for this game, so all of her stuff is basically going to be very much her own thing. So she got a book, she got a silver book, and then she got a big over-the-top, you probably couldn't even probably read this properly, book. And also 8-bit book. I don't know which games that's specifically from, because I'm not sure if Zelda 1 actually had a book item. I don't know. Then we got the spear. Again, these are things that you probably already saw in previous streams. We got the Deku spear. Deku attacks. We've got Kokiri Spear, which has the Kokiri gem in it. It's pretty cool. Bunch of reefs, I guess, on it as well. And then we got Farron Spear, which is Skyward Sword Deku characters. Deku World. I like that. It's pretty cool. And it's also got kind of like a tree on it. Let's see, it's pretty cool. And also 8-bit magic rod. White. A freaking blue magic rod. Cool. Anyway, Summoning Gate. You haven't seen this one, I'm sure. And it's pretty much this Skyward Sword summoning gear thing, right? As a weapon. We got the Gate of Time. We got Guardian's Gate, which is... oh, it's so much more spiky. And Gate of Souls, which is much more spiky, but golden, like, angelic. And the Compass. Because that looks very, very put well together, you know? Anyway, back to regular, and let's look at her outfits. Standard. We got, like, a Sia version, I guess. Her sister. Guardian of Time, which is her what she looked like previously. I'm still not sure if there's boob jiggle, but every time I see her in any outfit, it looks like her boobs are moving like 20 miles per second. I don't know. Then we got green version. We got Skull Kid clothes. Pretty cool. I actually like the shoes. Deku mask, because I guess she's the Deku character. We've got the boss version, which is just yellow. Again, she's only in this game, so a lot of her references and stuff is just gonna be colors, really. Or references to Deku characters, I guess. I don't know who this would be referencing to. Wind Waker and Great Sea are both Wind Waker stuff. I guess this is Ariel from Wind Waker, Link's sister. There's several of those, in fact, like flower patterns on blue on different characters. They got purple, Coco Lint, and Lorule, which might be a Zelda version. I think that's Zelda. I couldn't say for sure though. Yep, that's Lana's, all of them. Yep. Anyway, Zelda! This will get way quicker, by the way, the further we get down on these characters. Because there's a lot less to look at with the newer characters. We got Polished Rapier. Regular sword. Glittering Rapier. A little more wiggly woo. It's got wings on it for some reason. It's gonna fly off or something. And then Gleaming Rapier, which is probably way more bulky and inefficient to use, but man, has it got a giant wing over double wings. Anyway, 8-bit white sword, because white sword. Got Baton, which is the Wind Waker weapon, basically, a Wind Waker instrument. Got Wind Waker, Sacred Baton, which is just a little more wiggly. And Glorious Baton, which is rosy. And also 8-bit recorder, because again, we love the 8-bit weapons. We got Dominion Rod from Twilight Princess, made into a weapon. I might be able to show off how these actually work as weapons, you know? Calm down, Zelda, Jesus. Yeah, we got the High Dominion Rod and Royal Dominion Rod, which are all basically the same, just slightly altered. We got a Volcanic Minion Rod. Because again, every king can't be 8-bit. So we got Zelda's outfits, which again, we got quite a few to go through. We got our original Ocarina of Time version. Let me just put her back on Rapier because it makes her look better. Yep, there's her with her very, like, muted head shape, I guess. She usually always has, like, a tiara or something on. So it's strange to see her just have, like, a circular head. We got Twilight Princess version. She's too smiley in this one, and her eyes aren't squinting as much. I don't know. You're still missing something here, but it works. Got Skyward Sword Zelda, which looks like she's underage. We got Low Rule Zelda, which wasn't unlocked in Low Rule, but it's actually pretty cool that she came up this early. Pretty cool design, genuinely. She's smiling too much, but though. We got Ilya from Twilight Princess, which is weird. She has no shoes on. Was that Ilya from Twilight Princess as well? She didn't wear shoes? Because I'm sure some people are into that. Got standard outfit for Twilight, which looks blue. Got bunny hood. Of course she wears the bunny hood. She's a bunny girl. We got evil Zelda, I guess. Again, the boss versions might be evil. Also, hey, Marco. At the very least, we got dark-haired Zelda. Ooh, dark-haired. I think this is a reference to Toon Zelda from Wind Waker, when Tetra finally becomes Zelda. Because of how pastel the colors are, like how high they are, how bright they are. We got Breath of the Wild Zelda. Yep, her ass is still gigantic. And yeah, she definitely looks like she's got resting bitch face. From my perspective. Anyway, that's for later, I guess. We got another version of Toon Zelda, I think. I don't know. We got maybe Marin reference. Calm down, Marco. And Grey Zelda. Again, I don't know if all of these are references or just they are what they are, but whatever. That's Zelda weapons and shit. Okay, Ganondorf has 2 weapons. He has his great swords, which are swords. I don't think Ganondorf's ever really had anything definitive for weapons besides maybe Girahim. Then we got Darkness Swords, which are purple and jagged and purple. And then we got the Georgia Mines, which are red and jagged. And man, these are just chunks of rock that you just swing at people. And then he's got the magic keys, because Ganondorf loves giant keys. And then we got the Trident. Of course, he's actually, I say before that he's not known for weapons, but Ganondorf is very well known for having a trident in the older games, but that's more in his pig form. That was the Thief Trident. This is the Evil Trident. It's evil because it's got a skull with red eyes on it. Ew. And a blue eyes on it. Oh my god, I never saw that one. That's the Neglected brother. He's never happy. And then Trident of Demise, which looks like something Lu Bu would carry in Dynasty Warriors. It looks like it might have an infection on the bottom, but I don't think Ganon really cares. And we got Burning Trident, which is just a redder version. But yeah, that's Ganondorf's weaponry. Change it back over to Great Swords, and let's look at his outfits. Era of Hero of Time! He's got the fucking Ocarina of Time version, which, again, just has a look to it, a feel to it. It's also kind of cool to see that he did actually wear Gerudo-styled clothing in that game, which I never really clocked before. It always just came off as like him wearing black armor. Kind of cool. Then we got the Era of Twilight, which is where his hair is cut off like that, and he's just got a big piece of armor on his bald patch, which is really funny. Yep, he's very grim and evil. Then we got the color outfit changes. So he's got bronzy kind of look. Twilight, he's got very bright orange hair, which might signify Wind Waker, being that he had like bright hair in that one. Odoaz remains. This is the boss, the first boss of Twilight Princess. Of freaking Majora's Mask, I mean. Nice. We got boss variant, which might be Ganondorf if he was good, or if he was just a snow yeti, I guess, or something. I don't know. Got Great Sea, which also looks like he's supposed to be in Twilight Princess, or like in a dark character. Like, I don't know what they're called now. The imps? Darklings? I don't know. Got Wind Waker Ganondorf, which for some reason his sleeves do not maintain gravity. They don't adhere to gravity. They just kind of have. He just has giant pieces of cardboard squares inside his sleeves because he wants to look cool, I guess. But yeah, that's Wind Waker Ganondorf. We got green because he likes being green. And blue because he likes being blue. And purple because he likes being purple. There we go. Anyway, Darunia. I think that's all of the multiple weapons beside... Well, I think the last one is Toon Zelda or Toon Link. But that's like the final set of multiple weapons. The rest are just like singular weapons now. Hammer for Darunia, Ocarina of Time. We got, of course, the Megaton Hammer from Ocarina of Time. It's pretty cool. It's got the Goron symbol on. Igneous, which has the Goron symbol on, but it's like more volcanic rock, which is pretty cool. And Megaton Hammer, much more official. More like steel works in a way to it, but it's also still got the Goron look to it. Oh, it's actually kind of cool to think about. Gorons having more of like a steel culture to them if they like moved up in time. They'd work in like steel factory kind of culture. I don't know. It's kind of cool to think about. And 8-bit food because of course he'd be holding 8-bit food. Why wouldn't he? Alright, Darunia's outfits. Kind of not much going besides the obvious. We've got Ghost Darunia from Majora's Mask. Or rather, just Ghost Goron. I can't remember what his name was in Majora's Mask, but he's obviously a reference to that. Then we got a kind of tribalist look from like the Twilight Princess versions of Gorons. Goron mask from Majora's Mask. With all like weirdly like, meh, whatever the mask looks. More tribals, but it's more brown, I guess. I don't know if I can't remember if Gorons really showed up in Wind Waker. I'm pretty sure that there's like maybe like a trader, but that's it. And then there's the Kokolin? What they called? The Koroks. The Deku children of Zelda. That's probably what this is referencing, right? And then we got this one, which I'm not sure what it's referencing specifically, especially with the freaking patch on his head, like that circle thing. I don't know. It might be the Inuit people. I don't know, though. They're always wearing clothes. It'd be weird. And then Lorule, which is the Fire Sage, if I recall, who looks very Goron-esque. And that's what this outfit is supposed to be, like, resembling, I think. God, he's got such a giant belly. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to point it out like that. Anyway, Ruto! Never got to play her in the story because she just never is allowed to be a character in the story for some reason. Besides vaguely showing up every so often. But yeah, she's got the Zora Scale, which isn't really a weapon in the original games, but let's ignore that. We got the Silver Scale. We got Golden Scale, which is just the upgraded version from Ocarina of Time. And Water Dragon Scale, which might be Skyward Sword, I believe. It also has the shape of the mother's gem that she gives out. And then 8-bit clock. I also keep forgetting that she's also got another appendage on her other arm, which might change as well. Yeah, it does. It's just a fish thing. Whatever. Back to normal. Anyway, Ruto. Zoras have a really weird thing with Zelda, is that, like, sometimes they're friendly, sometimes they're not. The Master Quest, I think this might be a reference to her Majora's Mask version, same as how Daruna's was. Then we got what I think is Between Worlds, the squid characters that you have to collect. I'm pretty sure that's what this is referencing. Then we got the Zora mask, which is cool. We got this one, which I think might be referencing the map fish, or this one is. That, or it's maybe referencing the giant fish under the starting island's rocky area. I can't remember. But that's my best guess. Then Grand Travels, we got Yellow Zora, and then Lorule, which is the Zora Queen, which was one of the sages. Remember? Remember? I remember. I remember. Anyway, Agatha. I don't know why they made her a character, remember? But she's in one game, and I guess she was iconic enough. Got Butterfly Parasol, then Luna Parasol, which is purple. And then Princess Parasol, which is pink. And she's got a giant fork on her umbrella for some reason. I guess she's just very hungry sometimes. It really is a fork as well. It's not like just a trident or anything. Okay. And also, 8-bit rupees. She's got little rupees. Anyway. Her outfits, mainly just color swaps. We've got darker Agatha, lighter Agatha, Don Guerrero's, which is one of the bosses, I believe. I think it was one of the bosses in Majora's Mask. We got more gothy Agatha, more gothy but red Agatha, and Lorule Agatha, which I think is one of the sages, the blue one. I don't know what their names are, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, Midna! Best companion. Mask you get from the Goron, and oh, it's the Goron. Right, the one that's got a frog on their head. Right, I remember now. I remember. Anyway, Midna, best freaking companion character. Her shackle changes. Got the Cursed to Twilight, which is just like a brace that has more Twilight insignias on. And then Soul, which is a brace that's much more whiter and rounded. And then she also has the red ring, because of course she does. Why not? Clearly we weren't supposed to be able to see what was underneath the hair. This allows us to. And she's got the big old ring on. Anyway, kind of disappointing. She's only really got color swaps besides one thing, which is kind of funny. So we got red Midna with a more darker headset. We got lighter Midna, which has yellow, I guess. Got Ordon Shield, which is just from that funny moment where she tries to wear it and joust with on your back with the sword as well. She just like immediately gives up and is like, fine, you use them. Jeez, this is stupid. It's pretty funny though. It's cool that that's being referenced. But purple-esque mask, and now we got the kind of whitish yellow with a more underwater mask color. Underwater ruins. And then we got kind of like a mix mash of colors, which might reference the Lorule transitioning from light to dark kind of thing. I don't know. That's my best guess. Yeah, kind of disappointing there's no like interesting alterations kind of stuff, because they could have gone with like one skin that was like Midna when she's in the light world for the first time and is like dying, I don't know. That's a different skin that's actually looks interesting. Anyway, Zant. He's got giant fucking arms, if you haven't noticed. Also, worst fucking character. I hate using Zant. I hate using him. He was close between, it was either him or Agatha that are like the worst characters to use. But Zant is just not fun for me. Anyway, he's got scimitars. He's got shadow scimitars, which is just 3 in a row for some reason. Then he's got big old swords that light up. And then also boomerangs. Boomerangs. Let me just reset that. And again, his colors aren't really all that interesting. Got dark, like red variant. We got ghost variant, which is his like ghost attacks basically. That's kind of cool, I guess. We got the troop leader, which is pretty funny. The one that cries. We got golden Zant. Red Zant, which is kind of cool. And then yellow Zant, which is whatever. God, we are very slowly going through it, but I still want to show you all of this. We got Fee, the goddess blade. I can't show you these from here. That's a shame. But it's essentially her different goddess outfit or goddess swords that where they upgrade themselves from each time you do the shrines, and also the 8-bit silver arrow. I might be able to show you if I choose her and show off the weapons from there. But yeah, that's put that on the to-do list, I guess. Her outfits, again, pretty simple. You can notice that we're getting less and less outfits the further we go down. We got white. Okay. We got Twilight version, which I think is a reference to how Twilight Princess's Great Fairies were replaced with, like, light spirits. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Got a stone mask for some reason. I don't know why Fee wears it, but I guess it's because she's got a stony personality. Very robotic. We got the Great Sea version, which is Wind Waker's Great Fairies design, which is pretty cool. And this might be the Tetra version, I guess. That's what I draw from it. And Grand Travels, I do not know what that is supposed to be. And Laurel, which is like an evil Fee, I guess. I don't know. We got Girahim. We got the Demon Tribe Sword. We got the Demon Long Sword, which is just a little bulkier, I guess. And True Demon Blade, which is even more bulky. I genuinely don't know how you'd be able to kill people with this. If it looks like it can, like, snap off randomly. But also he's got an 8-bit arrow, too, because he's just not as good as Fee, I guess. Yep, that's Girahim. Let's look at his outfits. Kind of weird that most of his is kind of weird. Got dark, evil, black version, which matches him, I guess. He's got his capeless version, which... okay. I don't know if that's a reference to something specific, like if he's trying to like look like the Majora's Mask dancers or something. I don't know. Got Camaro's mask, which is really creepy, but okay. Jesus. Got like physics to it as well. Ugh. Got Great Sea, which is just blue. We got Wind Waker, which is purple and yellow. Again, I don't know what these are referencing. Blue and Laurel, which I'm pretty sure this is referencing one of the seers, the Shajarala's child or family member who's like inherited the seer. I'm pretty sure that this is what it's referencing, which is lame. It's lame because he could have referenced the freaking thief girl from that game, being that they looked they've got the same fringe. They got the same kind of stance, I guess. It would have been way better, but instead they just kind of went with color alterations, which is boring. God damn it. Anyway, Sia. Her costume's fucking annoying me because she's got so many variants of him. Anyway, Sia's scepter. She's also from this game, so a lot of her shit is just going to be very original, I guess. Got like a mace thing. Got an orb ting, which also kind of actually has the summoner gate thing on it, which I didn't actually block. Okay. Scepter of Souls, which is just a warp gate on a stick. Cool. And we got a yellow version. Cool. Anyway, we got mask, unmask, and hatless. Then all of our outfits basically kind of have those three sets, which sucks. So we'll just be showing you the mask versions because that'll give you everything. So we got green. We got Gate of Time, which is again her before being evil and simping over Link. Yeah, they exist. We got blue. We got Majora's Mask. Got another bot I need to quickly ban. Deny. Got light green, which might be a Link reference. I don't know. Got red. Great C might be referencing the dragon. We got purple. Don't know what that's referencing. Got white, pink, and purple. Jesus, that's kind of a mess. The colors. We got low rules, purple. And that's everything from her. Okay, enough of that. Volga! We're actually kind of like into the characters that got introduced later. That's why there's going to be a lot less going on here. Got a spear, which is a big spear, dragon spear. He's a big reference to Volga from Ocarina of Time as a human knight thing. That's his shtick. He's got a bigger spear, I guess. And then a bigger spear that looks like it's got an eyeball that's going Meow! And then he's also got the dark version, which is purple. Anyway, outfits. All of us, our color changes. We got bronzy look. Twilight Princesses, which is maybe a reference to Aragog, which is like the dragons of Twilight Princess. I think it's like the second boss you fight. We got the giant mask. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We got... I'm pretty sure that is the dragon from Wind Waker, actually. And then we got like a blue teal version, which I don't know. Okay. And then I can't remember if there's a dragon in the traveling Zelda games. But that's probably a reference to it if it does in fact exist. Anyway, Wizro. Another original character of this game, but he's kind of more references to Pose in general. We got the blue ring, we got the red ring you can see on his finger there. It's a big old reference to the rings of the old Zelda games. Magical ring, which is green, and then dark water, which is yellow. Or blue. Fuck, what am I've had to be talking for a lot for this, sorry. Anyway, standard outfit, blue Po. Alright. We also got the Icy Blue Po, which is actually Twilight Princess's versions of Pose. So that's actually kind of cool reference. Captain's hat, of course, from Twilight Princess. Majora's Mask. Captain. We got Great Sea, which is yellow Po. I don't know. Maybe it's a reference to one of the bosses from the Wind Waker, since I remember those were like that, or Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, I remember that there was like ghost enemies in those as well as a boss. White and red and pink and green. Alright, well, back to actual characters of Zelda. We got Twilight Midna. Twilly. That's what the race was called, right. We got the Mirror of Shadows, which is just the mirror, but smaller. We got Mirror of Silence, which is the mirror, but more mirrory in silence. And the Mirror of Twilight, which is just the mirror again, but now it's even more glowy. And Darklight Mirror, which is just even more glowy. But yep, 4 outfits, I believe. Yep. It's white variant, pink variant. Again, she only shows up in Twilight Princess, so there's not much else to see here besides maybe references to other characters. Can't say for sure which of these are, but I think this is also a reference to the Hyrule transition between Hyrule and Hyrule. What would the cape look? But that's my view. Anyway, young Link. Got his mask. I don't think these change. Yeah, they don't, sadly. So I can't show these off until I see them in a menu. We've also got standard outfit. Just maybe the Happy Salesman look. I can't remember if that's true, though. Got Goron tunic. A pinkish tunic. Kind of like the Goron tunic, but muted. And Low Rules, which I think is Gully. The forest sage, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, Tingle! He's a character. I don't think I can show off his weapons either, because they're all inside his backpack. Backpack, backpack. Backpack, backpack. Wah! Woohoo! I remember, guys. Woohoo! Wah! Sadly, he never goes woohoo in this game. He just goes wah, wah, oh, Gulimba. That kind of stuff, you know. Well, you kind of saw a little bit there. But we'll show you off those later. We got Linkle. She's got 2 weapons. I forgot that she does. You got the crossbows from Link's training game. It's pretty funny that that's where they use them, but it works. You can even see that they've got like the Wii remote kind of look to them. And then the legends, which are kind of like red and blue. And we've also got the luminous versions. Okay. We've also got boots, which kind of like use the rock feathers, I think. Also a mixture of the iron boots. So it's kind of like the super heavy boots, but they're using the rock feather that makes them lighter, so she can kick with really. Oh, these are the rock boots, right? These are the blue feather, right? And these are like the steel boots from Twilight Princess. My God. And then Pegasus boots from Link to the Past. And all the other times the freaking Pegasus boots are used, like freaking Minish Cap and Link Between Worlds. It's actually pretty cool to see them again. That's actually a really cool set of weapons to me. And then we also got yellow version. Alright, back to crossbow version. And we've also got the 4 outfits here. I think this is another Ariel from Wind Waker. Flowers on blue. That makes sense with like Link's sister being Linkle. I don't know, that's a pretty cool idea to me. Like, in Wind Waker, Ariel would have been the Linkle. But her brother exists, so she's not allowed to be anything more than a background character, sadly. We got Pink. Coco Lint. Again, I don't remember much from Link's Awakening, but I guess that's a reference. Yellow. And purple. I'm not sure if maybe one of these is like referencing Irene, the Tsundere witch girl. I don't know. Anyway, Skull Kid. Got his ocarina that he stole. Got the Luna, which is kind of like a creepyified version. You can't really see it well because he keeps spinning it. But it is, in fact, got teeth on it. He's smacking his ass. And the Majora ocarina, because Majora decided to infuse themselves with an ocarina. Shits and giggles. And there's the yellow version. Anyway, 4 more outfits for him. He's got pink, purple, I don't know. They got more of a greeny look. Then a muted purple, gray, white, magenta, I don't know. Or I don't know at all. But yeah, no, like, why not an outfit of him Twilight Princess era? Also, hey, Imperial Draw. Why not give him an outfit that resemble that? Because he's one of his weapon moves does use the Twilight Princess wooden animatronic kind of things, or puppets. That's weird. Anyway, Toon Link. He's got 2 weapons. He's got his light sword, his shield that also kind of matches. He's got Phantom Sword, which has the Phantom Hourglass in it, as you can see. Pretty cool reference to there. We got Locomo Sword, which is Spirited Tracks version. Pretty cool. And Locomo Sword of the Oceans, which is blue. Anyway, Sand Wand, which is also Spirited Tracks. Got like kind of like a weird, kooky look to it. I don't know if that is proper or not. I can't remember. But then we got a Jewel Sand Wand, which is maybe a reference to the gates of that you transfer the train through. Oh, damn, really? Oh, that's a shame. I'm just kind of like showing off all of the items. Really? Jesus Christ. It ends in like 21 seconds, so I could stop for a moment, catch my breath. Ugh. Ads should be over now. Sorry that happened to you. I don't really hear people having to see multiple ads on my stream. I never changed anything for that to happen, so maybe Twitch is just being a dick today. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're just kind of going through all of the unlocks I've done, just to prove that I've 100%ed this. But we've also got the nice sand one, which I don't know if that's a reference to anything, but it is in fact a nice sand one, and it's purple. Anyway, outfits. We've got Great Sea, which is his basically. Let me just actually change him back to a light sword. Yeah, that's his on-set island outfit, which also is what he wears on like a New Game Plus, I believe. We got Wind Waker, which is kind of like the Nico pirate look. Cool. Got Coco Lint. I guess he's got like an egg pattern on his hat, but again, I don't know if he's referencing any character specifically. Got brown hair too. It's kind of weird. And Grand Travels, which is, I guess it's a reference to his Grand Travels outfit, conductor outfit, but why not give him the conductor outfit? That's like, it's such, see, it's what I mean with a lot of these outfits is that it's clear that they just kind of changed the colors or added a pattern to a part of it, but they could have just, I don't know, put a little more effort in. With how much fucking work I had to do to get these outfits, they were not worth it, clearly. Like, some of the earlier ones were, like, the era of that game, but these ones were not. The new character outfits are just not worth it. Anyway, Tetra, you never really notice just how long her body is until, like, you constantly have to look at it and see, wow, she's got short legs, really long arms, really long torso. But anyway, she got her pirate gun. Then we got the jeweled version, which is just blue. And we got like a regal one, which has got like feathers and like a feathery look to it in general. And then we got yellow version. Alright. Let's get it back to normal. And her outfits are just color swaps, which is just like a red version. She could have had her freaking statue version, by the way. That wouldn't have been hard as a color swap, but it would have been a nice reference, but it doesn't exist. There's no statue Tetra. Man, it's just disappointing. Why not add the references that are even easier to do? I don't know. Anyway, King Dalphys, he fights with a sail. I don't know if I can show it off very well, but here's the sail. Got the Swift sail, which is the upgraded sail. Got like a little gem on it. And the sail of the Red Lions, which is basically his head, which is kind of terrifying if you think about it. We also got the supercharged sail, which is yellow. I don't know why he floats, but he floats. Anyway, his outfits are just color swaps. Blue and yellow, green, blue and blue. And then this one is actually kind of cool. It's got as like a dark alternate world version of King Dalphys, or the King of Hyrule. Kind of cool, but that's all I can really say. And then at this point, we've got no new outfits because all the new characters do not get a single outfit, which is so sad. Anyway, Medley. She's pretty cute. Got a cute look to her again. Got a Rito harp. She's got the Sacred Harp. And then we got the Earth God Harp. And then Din's Harp, which has got like the Din symbol on it. Which is pretty cool. Got like a feathery look. I like it. And then there's the blue version. Alright, the Marin from A Link's Awakening. She's holding the bell. Isn't that nice? The Sea Lily bell. Like a lily and whatnot. It's cool. I like that she's got like a kind of like classic Link look. Because again, the Link's Awakening games are not Toon Link. Even though they were handhelds. It's kind of nice to kind of like see that this is like how they would be imagined if they were like modernized. And we got the yellow, like a wavelet bell, which is just a little more watery look to it. Got a little seagull on it as well. I didn't even notice that. And we got the Awakening Bell, which is much more apparent to the game that it came from. Awakening Sun Bell, which is more yellow. Alright. He's alright to play as, I feel. But that's about it. Got Toon Zelda, which of course she's using her possessed statue from Spirited Tracks. Pretty cool. And it's mainly changing the weapons of the statue, not the statue itself, which is kind of sad. I kind of wish you could change the entire model with weapons, but whatever. We got the Warp Sword, Vector Sword, the Wrecker Sword. I think these are just the different versions of the knights that you can possess and their weapons. And the Flaming Wrecker Sword, which is the flame sword user. Which again is actually kind of cool. But yeah. There's Toon Zelda, so we got Ravio, of course. I don't know why he's willing to fight, but he's using the hammer of Link to the Past. Which is the second hammer that's showing up in this, but I digress. It's slightly different, I guess. Got the wooden hammer, then the white bunny hammer. Has like a bunny rabbit hat on. Which I think is also possibly a reference to the Spirited Tracks bunny collection stuff. Then we got Nice Hammer, which has like the low rule staff attached to it, but also it looks weird to me. I don't know what it's supposed to be resembling specifically. Maybe like the rolling logs of spikes that show up in those games. And then we've also got the yellow variant. Alright, that's Ravio. Again, it's actually kind of cool as well that he's got like a modernized version instead of tunified. He's even like pretty tall if you'd look. And then Yuga, who's using a frame as his weapon. A giant paintbrush staff. Basically alternate Ganon, which is pretty cool. There's regular picture frame, which is just a wooden frame that you'd find in a museum. You got this frame of ceiling, which is more seer kind of look to it. And the Demon King frames, which looks much more painful to be strapped in. Ooh. And then the Burning Flame, which is just red. Alright, that's all the characters. I will actually quickly go into one of the plays. Getting the freaking maps here. And let's see here. Which one should we play? Receive. Nightmare comes in. Guided by Carnage. I think this one will be good. This one will be good for playing Ravio, I think. But I can also show off the weapons here. So we got the love-filled balloons. Rosy balloon, which is the original. Love-filled, which is more hearts and stuff. And then the great Mr. Fairy balloon, which is Tingle's freaking face. I do like it because it's like kind of references a lot of the Tingle games of Rupee Land and Love Balloon Trip. But it is kind of like out there because it's like he doesn't really get super strong references to those games since they never got ported or translated. Got sword, long sword, True Goddess Blade, and Silver Arrow. Right, that's the weapons that I think are the only ones that you can see properly. Yep. Alright. So, why don't we play some of these maps with the characters, shall we? Oh, I can also show you off some of the outfits I got for the fairies that I got. The beautiful dress. Got Low Rule Zelda, I guess, or Ocarina of Time Zelda. We got the statue, or the knights from Spirited Tracks, or Phantom Hourglass, give or take. We got a Rudo version. We got Bow Wow. I don't know, Evil Fairy, I guess. We got Deku Queen. We got Malin outfit from the ranch. We got Midna outfit. We got Irene outfit. We got the guy from Spirited Tracks with the two top hat guy. I can't remember what his name is. We got freaking Linebeck outfit from Phantom Hourglass and Spirited Tracks. Got the Queen from Spirited Tracks. And we've also got Yuga. And Saria from Ocarina of Time. Yeah, so there are a ton of outfits for the fairies to wear, but I can only pick certain amounts. Or whatever. Let's actually just... What was I doing here? I picked that one. Alright, I got a bit of a clocked up nose here. Yeah, let me show you how these fight. Do a couple of these just to show off, I guess. And I can also show off the credits of beating one of the maps as well. So, as you can see, Ravio uses an ice rod. He uses the Gale Boomerang. It's kind of actually cool to see that those kind of weapons showing up more in Ravio's play style. It's pretty cool, really. Capture one of the forts.
With all this fighting would draw out the hero.
Linko has appeared. Yeah. I'll let Ravio, Linko, or the Alabais fall. I'm not a hero. You're probably talking about me.
On my way.
Let's take this space.
Another Mr. Hero? No, it's a Miss Hero. How very dependable. You need to try hard too, Mr. Hero.
I'll finish off every shameless fool who gets in our way. Oh, he's really orgasming me there. Let's take these keeps. I am so used to fighting in this game, by the way, so that's why I'm just kind of like used to talking and doing this at the same time, because I've been doing this mindlessly over and over and over again for ages. And you start just like spamming the same move because there are just some moves that are outright better. Hold on, let me go to this guy because he needs the heal. Damn, I'm actually taking a lot of damage. Yeah, weapons. I hate grabbing weapons. Alright, now we'll go over to this guy and do a super attack. Armor, arrows, and attack. I kind of stopped even doing these kind of like counter item usage things. They take forever to do, and a lot of the time they miss. It's just not worth it. You know, let's take out some of these guys. Bam. I guess these guys it's worth doing it against, but with how much time it takes to actually find the thing you need to use, you have to like kind of have it set up beforehand.
Maybe old pal Ravio will help you out.
I think there's actually another Ravia here, actually. I'm just playing as Ravia while there's another Ravia about. Huh. Jesus, I'm taking a lot of damage. Let's see if we can heal quickly. I don't need to worry about getting A rank in this one, so I don't need to worry about taking too much damage. Yeah, in a lot of the maps, you'd have to like hit certain requirements instead of just rushing through it. You had to beat the map under 15 minutes, no matter what. Some maps you had to go under 7 minutes if the time limit was lower. And you'd have to take less than 100% damage. Meaning that even if you heal, if you take too much damage, you just don't get an A rank. Although harder missions, it would be, you get much more leeway, and it would go up to 150 to 200 damage before you go down to B rank. You'd have to be careful about how much damage you take. Then there was also KOs, which again scales with difficulty, but it's like 1,000 KOs, 1,200, and 1,500. Or 600, I mean. This one is probably just 1,000. And I can get that pretty easily with how much I have to fight these guys. So here comes Ravia. Hey Ravia, look at us. We're the same kind of guy. We're the hero that didn't want to really be a hero because the world is shit. Honestly, thoughts of this game in its entirety. If I was ranking this among other Warrior games, it wouldn't go all that high. It would probably go at highest B tier. Just because it's out of Warrior games, it's got no voice acting. It's really only there for references, and a lot of the mechanics are very slow. But it's alright for what it is. For a Zelda game, you really like referencing, right? So of course it's got to go higher in a Zelda tier list. I'm probably going to slap this game in A tier, just because if you play it for the right amount of enjoyment, it's going to be great. It really does a good amount of fan service for Zelda fans. And ultimately, I think it works out in that sense as a good game. Let's take out the other moblin. In fact, I'll heal as well. I need to go against my own freaking mind, by the way, every time these cutscenes show up, because I immediately spam the skip button. But then I want to show you off some of these, because they do actually have like references to them. There's Yuga having his freaking his gamer moment. Bam, bam. Jesus. Jesus Christ, I actually died there. Thankfully, I got a fairy that revives me. Yay! Right. Could also help Ravia get back to the original base.
If I had my special glasses, I could figure it out.
So this is a big old reference to the ghost classes, basically, the things that let you see hint ghosts.
Keep me whole, new outlook. I'll do my best too.
I'm glad you weren't hurt. Now let's give it an all together.
Fucking barf. Oh shit. Base is actually under serious. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, just so much is happening at once. I probably should have just used the teleport to get over here, but whatever.
My work here has been mere graffiti. I'll crush you.
Oh, and Ravio is also under attack now. The allied base is fine. Okay. Let me get that, just so I can do something special over here. Great job, Link. You just bailed on Ravio. Stop it. Stop it. Super move. Bam. Oh, yes. I can go a little bunny guy. Yeah, I don't think I ever pointed it out as well. Something else that occurred to me after finishing Link Between Worlds. Ravio is a pink bunny because in Link to the Past, when Link goes to the Dark World for the first time without the Moon Pearl, he turns into a freaking pink rabbit. It's all connected. Anyway, you go. Take this bomb, you son of a bitch. Oh god, that did nothing. Hey, keep moving, you little fucking idiot. If I was playing Link, I'd just be able to, like, spam run my way through everything. Okay, you guys come in here. I don't know if this is the real one. I'll just fight him until I learn. Bravio's taking a sweet-ass time. The rail you get is all the way up at the top. Alright. Every other Yuga is a fake. What a shock! The Yuga that's farthest away is the one who we should be defeating?
Alright, I got him. That's the real one. Everybody pounce on him.
Shit stomp the fucking little douchebag. Yuga lost morale. Clever for a bunch of worms. Let me just fucking deal with these guys as well. I'm tired of getting hit randomly. There we go. Morale was basically just making it so he wouldn't be being hurt too much, I guess. Or like stunned by my attacks. Oh. He's doing a super attack. Gotta wait for him to finish that first before I can hit him again. Bap, bap, bap. Alright. We're almost done here, guys. Yes. There we go. You got defeated. That's Ravio, basically.
Hero, Miss Hero, we did it. We won all because we worked together.
Shut up, Proxy.
Yeah, you're pretty heroic out there yourself, you know. Me? A hero? Huh. I could get used to hearing that.
Wowie wee wow wow. And that's Ravio. Yep, you see I took too much damage, but I don't really care because I already got an A rank. I stopped giving a shit a long time ago. I haven't technically 100%ed this game. I should say that because I haven't made everyone level 255. I'm not interested in grinding for money to make that happen. I also haven't gotten all of the badges unlocked for every single character because, again, I don't want to grind for resources. What else should we play here? By fire. Boss rush. I don't want to play the boss rush. Run into the rescue. Rulers of Twilight. I think this one would work. How about I show off Tingle? Let me, in fact, boost him up a little bit. Because Tingle is pretty weak, normally. And neither of his best weapons have... I've never found one of his best weapons as an upgrade. So we're kind of left with what we have here. But he's definitely got his own kind of shtick. He's not the worst character. He's just kind of weak, all things considered. Makes sense. There he is! Oh, I did actually go through Tingle's outfits, did I? I kind of skipped him. I can quickly show you those later on. There we go. Fucking Tingle. He's got his fucking, like, run. This guy's fucking look to him. Kind of like blow up a balloon, which gives you kind of like an extra attack. I think. Like, it kind of like boosts you up into the air, so you can kind of like do air attacks. Jesus Christ. Roll bombs and boom. And you can see Tingle is a little weirder. Whatever, I don't need those bombs anyway. Also, those allies that are dying, they're weak. They're weak! Not even worth it. We gotta rush up here and... Oh god, I actually have to keep them safe. Come on! Do I have to, really? Let me first do this. Turned into an enemy by Zant's magic. Oh! I didn't know that that was a thing when I first bought this one. Bam. There it is. Kudu Limpa! Alright. The more I bring back to normal, the more Linda gets powerful. I do have to go quickly get Agatha before she gets seduced by darkness. I remember that that's a thing. Hold on, let me go do that. Where even is she now? Oh, for fuck's sake! I didn't even have a fucking chance. Oh, fuck you, Agatha. Yeah, you do realize you're working with a villain, right? No, you're too fucking airheaded to even understand that concept, right? Of course. Oh, and a dragon too, sure. Two of them, why not? I probably really fucked this by not listening to advice and doing the really far away freaking thing first. Okay, hold on. Got ya. To get these in a single run, you need to use a super sometimes. Combo moves. Oh my god, I missed it. God damn it. Fuck you, Agatha. Then I might fucking die from this, by the way. Because of how much is on hair right now. Fuck you. God fucking damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me go see if Minna is actually safe enough. There is so many fucking enemies here. Hold on. Oh my god, I think there's Boob Jiggle from Tingle actually. I think I just saw that. Right, clear out this area a little. Bring you down. Ah, that took forever. Again. Let this be it, please. Don't survive a little health. God damn it. Alright, be done with one of these bosses. And I can focus on getting the other keeps and bringing them to full strength. This one has actually gone way harder because I think I just completed these with Link max level, so it was like way easier. There we go. Okay, let me quickly go rush and take over these keeps. God, there's a freaking berry thing on it as well. God damn it.
That was easy as Kululimpa.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Tingle has like the most extreme expressions in this. Whenever he talks, he just seems to have like really over the top ones. Alright, where's the keep boss? Quickly. There. Taken. We're gone. The giant freaking dragon is also going up into like the main base area as well. So I gotta kind of like quickly do this. I don't care that you're stealing my items as long as I have my hook shot. I don't care. Okay, magic jar here. No. Okay. Minna is at full strength. Yay. Magic jars. Oh, nice. Oh, I gotta show off what it looks like when you use that. Here's Twilight, Minna. Seriously? Twilight, Minna. 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 You were perfect before, and now you're just so much forehead. Anyway. God. Oh, he took the hook shot. Now I have to fight him. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. Tell me where the freaking thief is. Okay, I might just rush Zen right now. Okay, he's over here. Come on. You literally gotta be careful with this, because if they hit you once, even with something that doesn't hurt you, they count it. And there we go, I got my stuff back. Now I gotta quickly go run up and freaking defeat the boss before it destroys our base. Hopefully it's taken damage already. Barely anything. Alright. Ha! Super, super, super! Take 3 full hits. That's another one. You can see how it kind of becomes monotonous after a while. You start doing the same thing over and over again. Imagine doing that for weeks on end. Just nothing but this over and over again. At some point it starts to get a little tedious, don't you think? Anyway, I think it's about time I kissed that dragon. The dragon couldn't handle me. Alright, the dragon is down, people. I repeat, the dragon is down. Let me use a fairy attack just to lower the defense of everyone here. Get rid of the magic thief before he steals my magic. I don't know if I can... There's even really a point to fighting these Dark Xants if they just respawn. Take forever to kill, which isn't fun. Either way, I killed him. I'm gonna just go rush the final Xant, because I think I've shown off Tingle completely now. What? What? Really is going, "Whoo, whoo, whoo, whoo." Damn. Thought I'd been to doing shit. By yourself, even. You don't expect that from this game. Your allies tend to be fucking worthless. But it's because she's got like full morale and super armor, I think. Alright. Say it, you little fucker.
Real fairies never back down from fights.
Do we actually have a fairy jar here or like a magic? No. That's a shame because I could have put the defense down here. Let's see if I can find like any patches of dirt or something I can destroy here. I don't see any. God damn it. I don't need to waste my time then. Let's just spam attacks at this guy. It literally is just like whittling down this health bar. Again, it's because I'm also not using a light character, which probably would have been better here. Yes. Take out Zant. There we go. And here's Tingle's victory thing. And there he is, looking down at you like that. Ugh. Stop! Yeah, I put Tingle on the low tier of characters. But he's not the worst. Alright, let's keep things going. I'll just delete a couple. Alrighty. Let me just quickly show off Tingle's outfits because I forgot to do that. We got White Tingle, White Tingle, White Tingle, Pink Tingle, and Purple Tingle, as you saw. I'm pretty sure Pink Tingle is the only one that's really a reference to his games, being that if you get like the true ending, it's through getting Pink Tingle and saving Pinkle. So that's actually like a cool reference, but all the other ones are just like White Tingles, which is so stupidly boring. But whatever. Anyway, instead of playing another dozen to show off every character, how about I show you off the ending of a adventure map. So if I believe correctly, the final battle on this one was here. Beat the Demon King. And since it's the first map, all my characters are going to be over-leveled to all hell. So how about I place choice. Toon Zelda and Marin. I can leave Yuga and Medley and Toon Link up to... well, actually, you know what? How about I leave Marin up for what you believe it should be, or what she would be fight with. Because Toon Link has the Sand Sword, which I want to kind of show off too. But the Light Sword also has like Four Swords Adventure character stuff. I'll do the Light Sword here. With his wife Marin. How about I play this one and then I do another one with Marin? How about that? I do have. I do want to show off the Sand Wand as well. It has like a couple cool attacks. This is mainly also for like footage and stuff. So like if I do make a full-on Zelda game thing, a full marathon of Zelda games video, I want to like show off all of what is to be here. I just immediately started playing, by the way. But yeah, we're playing as Zelda in her suit. It's actually really cute the way she actually kind of like emotes in it. It's actually one of the better characters because you can like move around really quickly with her. And she has a lot of powerful attacks. This one's another Bomb Chew level, so I gotta defeat Bomb Chews as they come. I'll leave Zelda down here and change to Link. Or Toon Link. And Toon Link has just a lot of jumping attacks as well as spinning attacks. It's kind of bizarre thinking about how much Toon Link jumps and spins. Two, three, four, and we got the spin up. Yeah. Let's take out this Bomb Chew while we're here. You can see why we're going to go really quickly through this because it's early days fight. Bam. Take out all of these guys while we're here. Let's see if I can get the magic thing up so I can show that attack off. Although I don't think it's anything special. No magic jars in here, no grass to break. Another Bomb Chew. You see, I probably do get notifications, but I lost a lot to these kind of maps, mainly because I just forget that there's more Bomb Chews to destroy. Oh, was there a Bomb Chew over there as well? I genuinely just do not notice. I'm too busy looking at the actual screen and not other parts of the screen, I guess. Just take out all of these. There you go.
Zelda. Looking snazzy ass.
Bam. This one too. Might as well take this for... I don't know which one has the key in it. One of them does. Not this one. Hold on, let me check. Rockface Keep, North one. So it's one of those two, and it's probably that one because it's got a barrier on it. I'll just go grab it real quickly. Hello. I'm getting injured all constantly because I haven't gotten rid of the barrier, but it's not mandatory for getting the thing. It's just, you know, if I worried about getting hurt and getting A rank, I might not do that. There we go.
Ah.
The little kicky feet.
And look, it's Toon Link getting an item.
Ain't that something? Yep. Just go straight up, I guess. And we got the seal one. I've already had that plenty of times. Let's fucking kill this little bitch. Fuck you. And then there's Ganon. Dark Beast Ganon. I'm sorry, I didn't say your name properly. Anyway, well, let's go beat freaking Ganon again. Super simple, super easy. Just match his attacks. Wait for him to do it, and then bap. Gonna guess next one is bombs. If not, whatever. And we got what? Yep. Zooming. Then finally, he's gonna go up into the air and be like, blah, 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 blah. I am so used to fighting these giant bosses, trust me, man. They're probably the most obnoxious part of 100%ing this game. Imagine Zelda bosses where you have to constantly wait for their weak spot to appear. Except they constantly don't show you the weak spot until they do. And when you're on a time crunch, which is all the time, whenever you kind of get even more pissed off when the enemy doesn't do the weak point thing. Alright, I gotta wait for you to do your freaking... I never have really fought giant bosses with Zelda, or Toon Zelda. Damn, I should have gone earlier combo. There we go. Instant kill! Yes! Oh, we won't get a... Yeah, we're not gonna see Zelda victory screen, sadly. Because instead we get credits! Thanks, Link. You're the true hero of Hyrule. It's just like a credits thing. Which you don't get unless you beat the final fight of every single world like this. You have to see this freaking 8 freaking times. Frankly, I can skip it, but like... Just wanted to show this off as well, because, you know... It's something. Look at that one. Remember how pivotal of a character that Black Dodongo was? He was very black. Midna and Agatha, the character that nobody really cared about. Yeah, no more Skyward Sword characters. And I've never actually watched this thing throughout the entirety of it. So it might show up all of the characters, meaning it's specific to this game.
Kicker.
Take a swig of drink. Yeah.
Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story.
Part 1 of 9. Play the rest. I do think the 8-bit characters are charming, though, of every character. Alright. All of the rewards, and there we go. Let's be back on the title screen. So I guess I can play another one. Let's see. Which one should we play? All the fucking same to me, really. Trying to think of the best one to go for. It should be an early one so I can just beat it quickly without problems. And let's try to find one where I play with 3 characters. Giant bosses all at the same time. Maybe I won't be fighting as many enemies, but I can show off 3 characters. So Marin. Wife Marin, as you put it, Marco. You've already kind of seen Yuga. I could show off Medley. You've also seen Tetra and King Dalphus. So Medley or Skull Kid? Those are the other 2. So I also want to show off one of Link's weaponry, being his horse, gauntlets, or the Great Fairy. Link is very upset when he plays with a Great Fairy, but you know what? Let's play Spinner or Gauntlets. Let's say Spinner. Why not? Just show it off. I always love the Spinner from Twilight Princess. Yep, here's Marin. God, she's over here. Let's just skip that. So do your attack, and then bop, 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 bop. She just kind of like spins her bell around. Attacks with balls. She can kind of charge up a water kind of gauge that she can fire out. You can kind of get her to knock a bird down like this. I like how she's done like in the sun as well. And kill the bird with the freaking... I think that's actually a thing from Link's Awakening. The giant walrus or whale. Let's see if I can get it out. 1, 4, 5. There we go. And there it is. Look at it. It's gigantic. There we go. That's Marin. She's an alright character. And we got Medley, which fights with her wind, basically. Wind attacks. You gotta like, it kind of took me a while to realize how to play Medley, but like you can kind of get her in the air and do a lot of air attacks. One of the funnier things with her, it's the whale from Link's Awakening. I see. It's been a while since I played that. I've also got her super, which is pretty funny, where she does the whole dive. And then she gets a little stunned because of it. It's actually pretty cute. See if I can get it again, just to show it off a little bit. But other than that, King Medley is pretty much the same as any other character, really.
Yeah.
I love it. Then get it to play the harp. Yeah. Anyway, Link shredding on this like a skateboard. You can just kind of like place them down. You can knock into them like this. So you can kind of like set them up, I guess. You don't really ever do that because you've got to kind of constantly keep moving in this game. But it is possible. You can see Link is maximum level 255. And that's also another little thing. Link being 255 max level. That being like a little reference to how that was the highest amount of rupees you could have in the original Zelda. Because that's how high the game would be willing to remember your rupee count. It's cool. Let's see if I can get a super attack from Link. This kind of sets up two of them and slams them in like that. There's nothing too grand about the spinner. It's just a pretty fun weapon. I don't even need to worry about the freaking weakness. You boot it up on an emulator and listen to different menu music. Get by naming your sample Link, Zelda and Baron, or if you're playing a French game, put one of the staff. Really? Wow. I don't know why my throat is fighting me so much today. There we go. Oh, I should have ended this with Marin or something. But instead we're gonna see the spinner out ending then. Oh well.
Yay!
Nice. Yep, that's those characters. Freaking Tingle Island. Oh fuck it, let's go to Tingle Island. Like Tingle. Tingle and Tingle and Tingle and Tingle. Let's start off with another Link weapon. Let's go Great Fairy and show off how uncomfortable Link is with the Great Fairy. Loot 8-bit Fairy, why not? There we go. This is how the Great Fairy fights. It's pretty funny. Like, you literally are just playing as the Great Fairy. The problem is a lot of her moves are incredibly slow. So usually you just want to use the normal attacks. You can see I can't do anything while this is happening. But I can do this, this, this. Drop bombs. Got more freaking bomb chews to destroy. Hold on. Oh, there's Majora's Moon. Everyone's dead. Oh, just kidding. That was the discount moon. Stop that. You're being too sexy. God, it came out of a fountain. Get the messenger. All right, the Great Fairy doesn't even get affected by the Redeads as well. It's pretty great because of that alone. All right, another bomb shoe, I believe, is coming down. 3, 4, 5. And then this one will be Thunderstorm. Wow, goddamn. I mean, it has a visible butt. You notice that? It's got like pixels for a butt. Like, it actually juts out more than it has to. It's kind of shocking, really. Oh dear. Let's see if I can get the magic attack. I can't remember what it is, but probably just regular. If it's nothing, it's probably nothing too surprising or interesting. I say without knowing. Give me magic. Oh. I need 20% more. Just freaking save the Hylian captain. Escort him to base. Never works out, by the way. Sometimes he just immediately dies anywhere. Oh, here's Tingle. Ugh. Disgusting.
Fairy fountain.
God, it's freaking posing. It's got boobs. Its boob squares are very prominent as well. Oh, there we go. Great Fairy. My God, that butt is big. And so are the boobs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kind of prefer the pixel version than the other one. And here's Link, looking extremely uncomfortable. No, you used me like a toy. Oh. It's such a funny freaking picture as well. Anyway, what else? What else to show off, really? I didn't realize that would just be a single character thing. Or defeat all bosses in time. Do that. I kind of want to show off the other weaponry that we never got to see on stream. Lexus's boots. We've also got the summoning gate, which is actually, it might contend for also being one of the worst weapons. Where's the compass? There it is. And then, Zelda with the Dominion Rod? Or Skull Kid? I'll do Zelda with Dominion Rod. Show off that as well, because it is actually kind of unique. Not the jar. Anything but the jar, please. Yeah, let me get a drink first. Anyway, here we go. So here's Linkle with the booties. We're gonna love how they got a whack and it kind of like charges them up like that. It's cute. Got a bunch of kicks to her. Oh hey, Dodongo. Yeah, you might have already seen what the summoning gate is. Big gimmick is. Hey, Hemlock. Two, three, four. Big birdie. 1, 2. Like my shoe. Bing, bang. 1, 2, 3. Damn, the threes are the better one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1. I'm trying to see all the combos. Look at the chickens! Kill this bird. Sorry, cuckoos. You also get a super move off. Look at him running with the chickens. Yeah, it's just honestly, I find this one just really adorable as a weapon, but it's also pretty good overall as well. Fast and crazy, you know. Anyway, Zelda with the Dominion Stick is also pretty good. You can kind of set the Dominion into like a certain statue, and then you can kind of have like a separate statue attacking while you attack. I don't remember in Twilight Princess the statue moving like this, by the way. It just, Zelda is just built different, I guess. You can also set it to this statue instead. Now you get a big old ass statue attacking shit like this. Again, don't remember any statue in Twilight Princess moving like that, but Zelda's just got that tang to her, you know? And then finally, the worst part, the summoning symbol. So the way this works is that you essentially press power move, you spawn a random boss, and now... Oh, I hate this giant boss. Now, the combo that spawns that boss, normally, gets a power-up, basically. So if I have Mandela, so if I do 1, 2, and then strong attack, I can like charge it up and get an even stronger version of it. That's how it works. Does it sound convoluted? It's because it is convoluted, and it's not at all fun to play with. That's fucking Mandela. I need to spawn. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the freaking super version off. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And I can spawn a second set. Just do their own big old thing. Bang. Screw this. Let's knock them down. God, I think out of all the bosses, the Mandela is one of the more infuriating ones. Let's see if there's any way to get another super move as well, just to show off the big chicken. The big chicken? The big chicken. Almost makes me think that a giant chicken boss was supposed to be in the works at one point. They just scrapped it or something. Or maybe it's just a joke. Like, look at this. Look at the big chicken. Big chicken. All right. Ruh-roh. Cuckoos. And I fucking hate her. Alright. That is those weapons. Maybe one more. One more to show off Skull Kid, Epona, and maybe... Oh, the Sand Wand. Let's find another triple somewhere. That's not it. No. Notice a lot of these might sound very similar to one another, because they are. All giant bosses again, sure. These are simple and easy to do. Alright. Link with Epona. As much as I like to show the gauntlets off, it's not really worth it. They're just kind of alright. Got the Epona of Time. We got Skull Kid with the Crackling Ocarina. And who did I say again? It was Toon Link with the Sand Rod. Show off it in its splendor. La 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 la. You can see how long this is taking, by the way. Like, I've only fought like 5 times, and it's taken probably an hour to get here. And this is me super powered. Like, imagine this being slowed down because I was like weaker. Anyway, fuck you. Yeah. The cool thing with Epona is you can immediately get into like a charge attack that gets you onto maximum attack. You can charge into enemies. Epona really likes to be part of this fight. Yeah. We got the Sand Rod, which is actually pretty cool because it's it plays more into the Spirited Tracks thing, as you can see here. Look at the fucking train! Let me get a super attack here. Yep, there it is. God, where the fuck are the super attacks at? Give me in. Thank you. In you go! Boom! I said in you go! There you go. Mandela is again one of the most annoying bosses to fight. Anyway, Skull Kid. Basically a ton of boss moves he had. And also a lot of moon related stuff. Also his puppets from Twilight Princess you can see. 2, 3, 4. He's got this kind of like bam. Spank butts. 3, 4, 5. Then he does this like big charge attack with his berries. It's interesting that Tattle and Tail are both all on board of being evil this time as well. They're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, sure, he's evil, and we're on board with that.
Anyway, let's finish this off with... Well, also... Let's do this. Bam. Again, it's just kind of like references to like moments and cutscenes and stuff that shows up at times. How Majora's Masks has a lot of cutscenes where Skull Kid shakes his mask face at you. Let's go finish this with Epona because we get a nice victory screen with Epona. Come on over here, you son of a bitch. I've never been able to run out of carrots with this, by the way. It just is seemingly impossible with Epona. Which might be a good thing? I don't know. Anyway, yay, we did it. Hey, Melon song. Nice little reference to that as well. Realistic horse. There you go. All nice little references, aren't they? Okay, I think that's enough then. I got enough of every character that's been added, all the new weapons-ish. All of the rewards, all of the stuff unlocked. So, Hyrule Warriors is a fun game to play. It's a great remembrance to Zelda in general. It's got a lot of good nostalgia stuff. It's got a lot of good references and stuff. If you like Zelda, you'll like this game. Even if you're not into the gameplay, you'll still get enough of a kick out of it, I think. Being like, oh look, I know that reference. I still think that there are some things that they just didn't bother with, like, again, the Oracle games and Minish Cap and maybe Four Swords Adventure. I feel like they could have done a lot of stuff. Like, what about a mission where you play as one of the 4 Toon Links? And you have to, like, Four Swords Adventure your way through a level. I don't know. There's so much content that they could have gone into still. Granted, they still had a lot here. It's just that when 100%ing this game, you start to really question why they kept copy and pasting stuff when they could have made new content that was interesting, that kept my attention, that made me not want to hate everything. But that is that. Anyway, that is finally 100%ed Hyrule Warriors. We will be playing the next Zelda game next time, getting right into the next Zelda game. And that will be Triforce Heroes. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. This was Hyrule Warriors. Take care and farewell.